Dave and Blake are doing a show. It is pretty cool. It's about the Bible. Welcome to the first episode of The BIB.
Oh, The BIB. The BIB.
What
I
did
thought
you
it was
think
just BIB. I thought it was just BIB.
Well, then it would just be Bible isn't boring.
Oh,
It's not proper.
it's true. The BIB.
So yeah, now that I just told you what it meant, it's The Bible Isn't Boring. This is basically a show where we talk about...
Well, is it T-BIB? Because is the like part of the acronym?
No,
Or
it's
are
not
you
part of
just
the
leaving it
app.
out?
It's the...
So it's like a play on word, but not really using all the words.
I guess.
Okay, good.
Basically, this is basically a show for anyone out there who says, oh, I would read the Bible, but it's just so boring.
Ammon, the father of Josiah, Josiah, the father of Jeconiah, and his brothers at that time of the exile to Babylon. After the exile to Babylon, Jeconiah, the father of Shealtiel, the father of Zerubbabel.
I think everyone knows at least two people who have said that. So, we are going to get into it. Viewer discussion advised against the women. Against the women?
Wow.
For the women.
Wow.
For the women.
See, you're starting off.
No, okay.
Look
Start over.
If you're a boy, this is for you. If you're a girl, get out. No girls allowed. You'll be offended. We're not meaning to mock sexual sin or bad behavior or violence or surgical procedures or a whole host of other things, but some of them are ridiculously funny when they happen in the Bible and people respond really poorly. And so we want to bring that out, I think, and illustrating the fact that it's not boring, right?
Got it, yes.
Okay, Genesis 34, we're going to start towards the beginning.
First story.
First of many. This is ridiculous.
It's a funny and wrong story on
just wrong.
7 different levels.
So wrong. This is a story about a girl named Dinah. Now Dinah, the daughter of Leah, was born to Jacob, went out to visit the women of the land. When Shechem, son of Hamor, the Hivite, the ruler of that area, saw her, he took her and, this is where it gets it, he raped her.
He raped her.
It was horrible. He's a moron, he's stupid, he's a bad, bad person. His heart was drawn to Dinah, daughter of Jacob. He says he loved the young woman and spoke tenderly to her. I don't know.
As if that makes it okay.
I don't know.
Why would you do that? Why would you? Well, I spoke tenderly to her. Oh, I'll let this one slide.
And Shechem said to his father Hamor, "Get this girl as my wife. Get me this girl as my wife." We're just going to keep going. When Jacob heard that his daughter Dinah had been defiled, his sons were in the field with his livestock. So he did nothing about it until they came home. He's like, I'm not even going to tell the boys until they come home, and then we'll deal with this. I got to imagine her brothers would be pretty mad. Genesis 34, verse 6. Then Shechem, father of Hamor, went out to talk with Jacob. Interesting meeting these two chaps probably had. Meanwhile, Jacob's sons had come in from the field as soon as they heard what had happened. So guess who else heard about it?
The sons.
The boys out in the field.
The brothers.
Yep, they were shocked and furious. I bet they were. Because Shechem had done an outrageous thing in Israel by sleeping with Jacob's daughter. Which, by the way, I like how they just dumbed this whole down. I mean, he raped her and then spoke tenderly to her. Now they're saying, well, he slept with her. Like, no, you didn't. You did something way worse than that. It's an outrageous thing. Like they had a nap. I mean, no. You're just a bad person.
Cuddled up.
No, they didn't do it. Hamor said to them, my son Shechem has his heart set on your daughter. He says, basically, intermarry with us, give us your daughters, and take our daughters for yourselves. Like they're pieces of meat, first of all. I hope you see how messed up people were. Just as messed up as they are today. Anyways. You can settle among us. The land is open to you. Live in it, trade in it, acquire property in it, hang little signs in it, ride your horses in it, whatever you want. The land is open
a market
to you.
Square.
Yeah, I mean, come on. This is a ridiculous,
trade spices and
oils. This is a ridiculous proposition at this point. Then Shechem said to Dinah's fathers and brothers. So Shechem is there, and the brothers are there. Like this was probably about to be a big old brawl beatdown. Then Shechem said to Dinah's father and brothers, let me find favor in your eyes. Find favor in your eyes. I don't think so. But anyways, and I will give you whatever you ask.
As I mentioned, I spoke tenderly to her.
Make the price for the bride and the gift I am to bring as great as you like. I'll pay whatever you ask me. Only give me the young woman as my wife." Because their sister Dinah had been defiled, Jacob's sons replied deceitfully. They said to them, "We can't do such a thing. We can't give our sister to a man who is not circumcised." Now, just stop for a second. If you don't know, this is for boys only, so there's no girls watching. So most of you know what circumcision is. It's part of, it was a way of showing that we have covenant with God. He asked us to do this to our sons when they were babies, mind you. When they're babies, circumcision takes place. So it doesn't normally take place when a child is older. So anyways, back to the story. We cannot do this, they say, okay? We can't do such a thing. We can't give our sister to a man who's not circumcised. That would be a disgrace to us. We will enter into agreement with you on one condition only. Let's see what it says. That you become like us by... painful to read it. Circumcising all your males. Wow, okay.
And I'm sure at first they were like, wow, we're getting a pretty good deal. Like, this
is sweet right here, right? Okay.
One condition.
If you will not agree to be circumcised, we'll just take our sister and go. So it's like, I'm going to take my ball and go home unless you play my way. Because in verse 18, this is where the madness happens. Their proposal seemed good to Hamor and his son Shechem. First of all, this under no circumstances is a good idea. Ever. In any way, shape, or form. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, yeah. Oh, you want me to do what to myself? And him? And all of them? I like it. That's good. Why didn't I think of that?
I don't know.
The young man, who was the most honored of all his father's family, lost no time in doing what they said. He wasted no time. Sounds good. Let's do it now. So Hamor and his son Shechem went to the gate of their city, verse 20, to speak to the men of their city. This is what they say to them. What did they say to them at the city gate? These men are friendly towards us. Okay, you and I have a different idea of friendly.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, I'm Dave.
Hi, Blake.
Cool. Will you circumcise yourself right now, please?
Yes, please.
Wow, that's friendly. The men will agree to live with us as one people, only on the condition. Are you ready for the condition?
What is it? Do we have to rake up their leaves in the fall?
No. It's a little bit less time-consuming than that.
Do we have to churn their butter? Do we have to... Do we churn their butter for them?
No, in fact, no, that's not. That is just too strenuous, okay?
Alright, well, lay it on me. I think I can handle it.
You sure you want to know?
I want to know what this condition is. The one condition.
Okay, here's what it is. One condition, that our males be circumcised. What's that, you ask? Why, it's a friendly thing to do. In fact, my son has already done it because he was so delighted. And then they sweeten the deal with saying, won't their livestock and their property and all of their animals become ours? So let us agree to their terms, and they will settle among us. And this
is like a buy one, get one free sort of deal.
And just when you thought this couldn't get any crazier, the unthinkable happens in verse 24. All the men who went out of the city gate agreed. What, are they circumcising each other because we may be friendly? But look at me. You are not allowed to circumcise, nor will I circumcise you. What is there, a line of them at the city gate to say, step right up? Verse 25 is where we see the genius of the ridiculousness of this story.
The master plan unfolds.
And 3 days later, while all of them were still in pain, I wonder why. Oh, wait a minute, this is painful? This is going to be so...
I
mean
they were
sore? Are they like, or back... Like, I don't get it. They're in pain? I don't know. 3 days later, while they were still in pain, two of Jacob's sons, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brothers, took their swords and attacked the unsuspecting city, killing every male.
Blake, do you think they even tried to, like, put up a fight and they, go to grab this sword and there's just, it's too much.
If somebody asks you to circumcise yourself, they may be trying to kill you in 3 days.
That's the point we're trying to get at.
just carry you up real quick. And they kill all the guys, they carry off all their wealth, they take their daughters and sons and kids and clothes and all their items and livestock, and they basically become a band of raiding pirates after this because they're so mad. Then Jacob says to Simeon and Levi, "You have brought trouble on me by making me obnoxious to the Canaanites and Perizzites." Yeah, I would say that's pretty obnoxious. I would say they're going to look at them and be like, "Oh my gosh, if they ask you to do anything, don't do it." I mean, making me obnoxious to them. It basically says we're few in number. If they join forces against me and attack me and my household will be destroyed. And what is their reply to this plague?
They replied, "Should he have treated our sister like a prostitute?"
Oh, good point, good point. So then I guess, bygones be bygones. It's all good.
Water under the bridge.
Shouldn't have done that. The Bible's not. If you know where and how and what to read, in fact, it's quite ridiculous and humorous. This would make a great short film, I would think. Probably not. Never going to be a short film.
No.
But you didn't know it was in there, did you?
No. And that's the point we're trying to make. So, the acronym doesn't start until the B.
Well, aren't acronyms supposed to be the first letter of every word in the sentence?
Well, it's like saying, yes.
So it's BIB.
It's not to BIB.
How about we just go the BIB?
Yes, that's what you mean.
What does it stand for?
Bible isn't boring. The Bible isn't boring.
Bible,
You're allowed to have an acronym within a sentence.
The Bible isn't boring.
Excuse me, Pastor Dave.
Yeah.
We're out here, it's going to be wet for about 10, 15 minutes. Just let
Did you have an accident, Roger?
Yeah.
Okay.